that this, my life in general has taught me with the amazing paths that I've been able to travel that God loves me. God does love me, and that God trusts me. I think sometimes when I think about the cancer and all of what I've had to go through with that, I think in some ways I'm living this because God trusts me. And because God trusts me, God has put or allowed me, I don't necessarily know that I can say that God put it on me, but God has allowed me to come through it in an amazing way. And I really think that that's it, that God trusts me and that I trust God. Well, I always said I wanted to be a doctor from age 4, and the rest was up to God because God blessed me to have ability in the sciences. It's interesting, the first job I had as a doctor, I joined a gentleman whom I knew from medical school, but he had been in practice for about 10 years, and he was sort of set in his ways, and that didn't last but about 10 months. And then I came back to Charlotte, and I'm just so happy I did. And I joined a group of all white males. And that was the first time that had ever been done in Charlotte. It was black doctors practicing with black doctors, white doctors practicing with white doctors. And so when I joined these 5 white men, my white colleagues were saying, can she cut the mustard? And my black colleagues were saying, what does she think she's doing? When I think about where I came from and having seen the struggles of those persons who I was raised with in the inner city ghetto of Detroit, I was able to appreciate the fact that I have to do something. I was able to go and be able to be successful, and with that, to whom much is given, much is required. And so I felt very clear that there was work for me to do. And the community work was so natural for me. And I just loved it and was so grateful to Novant Health for the opportunity to be able to do it. Carl just said, go out there and make a difference. He didn't put any frames around me, any boundaries around me. He just said, go out there and do the work.
I'd like to bring before you Dr. Ophelia Garmon-Brown. She's going to walk you through some information from the Opportunity Task Force report.
We are in the beginning of a movement that if we don't get it right this time, we may miss this opportunity for the next couple of decades, which will be scary. We got to get it right.
What it helped me to appreciate is that we really do have 2 Charlottes. And if we don't recognize that we have 2 Charlottes, then we won't ever become the city that we could become. And so there's so much to be done in every arena, and all of us can do a part.
She has really been a unique asset to me personally as a friend. There's times that a CEO has moments where they're challenging, your times that they're down, that you say, hey, I'm having a rough day today. Ophelia always knew when that moment was, and she's been there for me in moments of prayer, in moments of silence, in moments of just her and I appreciating each other, and that's what's been really remarkable.
I think it's not often that you get to work with your mentor. We often talk about we stand on the shoulders of the people who came before us and allowed us to do the work that we do, and Ophelia is that person for me. It's been such a pleasure. We've been able to get so much accomplished, and a lot of that has been through her leadership and her guidance, and quite frankly, just her ability to connect with people.
2012, I felt a lump on my right arm, and then unfortunately heard the words that no one wants to hear, that it's cancerous. And had it removed, had radiation to my right arm, and thought we were good. And then in 2014, it metastasized to my right lung. We had that removed, and we thought we were good. And in 2016, it metastasized to my brain, and it also metastasized to my right kidney. And so I had to have surgery within a week and a half. I had brain surgery and removal of my right kidney. So at least I thought I had 2 years, right? But unfortunately, in March of 2017, it metastasized to my lungs. And then in 2018, it metastasized to my abdomen. And I do believe that the prayers of so many people that I don't even know, have helped sustain me because I get chemotherapy now, and I have gotten chemotherapy for the last 2 years, and it has been pretty harsh, and some of the side effects been pretty critical with my heart, with my neurological system. It's been pretty tough, my lungs. But we continue to know that as long as I'm here, I've got to live this life prayerfully, present, purposefully. And I got to figure out to get some play in there too.
Everybody who comes in contact with Ophelia Garmon-Brown leave that encounter knowing they have been in the presence of somebody truly remarkable. I can talk from my own experience. There's been few times when I've left her presence not feeling as if, everything's going to be all right. So I think this whole community has been blessed by her presence, her tenacity, her resilience, and her real sense of being an inspiration.
One of the things that helps to sustain me is family. I have an amazing sister, Olivia, who helps me, but I have also cousins and friends, but I have a daughter and a son who I love dearly, who love me dearly. And my daughter has given me 3 amazing grandchildren, Ezekiel, Elea, and Emmanuel. And when I think about how much I want to keep on going, they give me some wind beneath my wings. And I'm just so grateful for them for helping me to be able to fight this fight, because they have.
I thought about what Luminary meant, and that giving light and guiding light. And then I thought about her and her life, not even in medicine, not even in the community, just her being. If she stood in this room right now, you are going to feel that light. You are going to feel a spirit. And so it was fitting that she would obtain this award from the Charlotte Post, because she gives light to everyone that she touches.